And in the primary, we were one of the last states.
They threw away your ballots.
Yeah.
They were still counting your ballots.
Before we got to that, before we even got to California, we saw what they did. We saw what they did in Nevada. We saw what they did in Arizona. We saw what they did in Puerto Rico. We saw what they did in all of the states. And like 11 of the states were identified and statistically impossible for her to have won. We saw all kinds of rigging, 1,000 paper cuts, death by 1,000 paper cuts. They tried every single dirty trick. They had their superdelegates. That was a given. And they had those in the pocket well before the primary. It was found that Clinton really ran the DNC before anybody had gotten into the race. So she had everybody in the bag, every dollar, being donated, and she funneled all the state's money back to her own victory fund. She's done some really bad stuff, and so is the DNC. They've supported that stuff. They fed her questions. The media kept elevating Trump with their Pied Piper, and we all saw the corruption, and we kind of knew what was going on. And it got to California. And we knew that something bad was going to happen, but I still had hope because I worked my ass off. Let me tell you, I worked day and night. I worked so hard that I didn't even know my family for months.
That's right.
And they were, God bless them, they were there for me, and they let me do this. But I'll tell you what, when I saw the kind of corruption and the kind of dirty tricks and all the collusion with the media, keeping Bernie out, putting an empty podium waiting for Trump, putting the Backstreet Boys on, not listening to Bernie. Bernie was drawing rock star crowds. I mean, he was electric, and we were electric. We were electric. We all came out and came together, and all our creativity and worked hard than we ever did in our lives. And then came California. And let me tell you, I had barnstorms every week for 7 weeks up until the California primary, and we were all there watching, and we saw what they did. They announced the day before that Hillary Clinton had secured the superdelegates, and there was no need to worry about California now. And I mean,
that was the AP.
That was it. And then we saw what they did in San Diego, whiting out the ballots. We saw what they did with the provisional ballots. We saw that the people there were giving them the wrong information. And voters were getting, changed their registration when they had been voting the same way for years. So, they did it to the Bernie Sanders voters. They did it through the software that we used for our campaign. Because they used that software too, and they all had that information. They knew who our voters were, they knew who our supporters were, and they made sure that we didn't have a voice. Now I'm telling you, if we don't have a voice, if you don't stop and have a voice now, you may not have a voice tomorrow. You will not have a voice tomorrow, because they're slowly and surely, Democrats and Republicans alike, taking our voices away, because the corporations and the billionaires are the ones that they listen to. It's not just the DNC. You guys are just the fall guys. You guys are just the little shady criminals underneath the big fat hat.
Puppets!
Tell them, Bobby!
You guys stole our democracy. You made a disgrace of our democracy. And when we went to Philadelphia for that Democratic National Convention, you looked down on us. You spit on us. You pushed us out.
You locked us up.
You disrespected us, and we came there. We came there for our country, and we had no respect from the Hillary people, from the Democratic National Convention. I tell you what, you guys will not get away with what you're doing, because as long as I have a breath in my body, I will be fighting you until the day I die, and you are going